Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Dr. Ijaz Ahmed Tatla, and I'm going to discuss with PhD education scholars today total quality management in education. Dear students, as earlier we have discussed in detail quality control, assurance, management, and total quality management in total. Moreover, we have gone through the quality century starting from 19 to 1980, and moreover we have also discussed different prevailing philosophies of for quality. So on the basis of all those, we have to discuss what is total quality management in education. For this purpose, first of all, we should learn what education is, because we have to learn the quality process and quality and total quality management in education. Therefore, education is a vast field and it has many of the prevailing definitions according to different thinkers and social scientists and educationists. Philosophers have coined multiple definitions. Some of them are here. Number one, education is the process of the transmission of cultural heritage to the next generation. You are required to focus on the keywords what are being used in these definitions. Then we will decide how we can coin our own education definition on education. So according to this one, it is the process of transmission cultural heritage to the next generation. According to another philosopher, education is the process of social adjustment of the individual. Social adjustment. In another definition, education is a process of self-realization of the individual. So till now we have four keywords as a process of transmission of what? Cultural heritage to the next generation, social adjustment, self-realization. Also, education is the process of bringing into action the potential good in man. And according to Islamic point of view, education is the process of preparing individuals as vicegerent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in society of the earth. So on the basis of the stated above keywords, we can define education ourselves, and according to me, definition of education is a process of providing information to build up personality in general and bring a positive change in the behavior of the person or persons. You mean generally to uh, build up personality of human being, to bring positive change in behavior. If that is done, then we can say he or she is an educated, because from his personality and his behavior, things like reflected. The reflection of these things indicates that the person in front of you is educated. Let's see what is training. An organized, systematic series of activities designed to enhance an individual's work-related knowledge, skills, and understanding, and our motivation. Immediate practical application on the job. So training is a systematic series of activities where their individuals learn about the related knowledge and skills, what they need in their fields, and they also and motivation and practical application of the immediate nature towards their job. That is the training. So when we say the education training, and in earlier definitions, we have learned about the definition of education. Here we have learned some keywords about the training. If we compare it, we can see here education is a broader term than training. Training is a subject to education. Education is more philosophical and theoretical, less practical. What training is practically specificity इसके अंदर है, and it is immediacy. Immediacy है इसके अंदर. ब्रॉडन और लॉन्ग टर्म इसके वो नहीं है focuses. Education occurs in classroom setting, whereas training occurs in less formal setting. Moreover, objective of education is learning, whereas objective of training is also learning. Therefore, amalgamation of both of these things, because training is based on the education, and um, to make sure that rather both things are going actually, and up to what extent they are actualized in practice, the word comes in front, that is quality. So let's know what is quality. Name of the best thing which you can get from the organization, that is quality. Quality is a function that by this you can get the maximum productivity. It's a technique by which you are able to have work more timely and effectively. To work more timely and effectively, to produce maximum production, to function maximum production, and best thing in the knowledge, all these things makes quality. Finally, the definition of one of the definitions of quality is degree of excellence a product or service provides. Customers or clients expressed and limited requirements are met full. This is quality. Accordingly, meeting the requirements of the first and every time is also quality. So when we go for combining all these things, then there comes the concept that is known as quality management. So to manage these things, to produce the right thing the first time without some defects and some um, client oriented with less price, pleasing and finished, that is the management, quality management. And when we go for its extensive use, then it comes total quality management. Let's see what is the total quality management. It's enhanced technical or inspection system. It's a mechanism to get employees to work smart and do better. Management is not an end in itself. So it has no boundaries, no line. It is limitless, ongoing, forever. That is common elements for quality. Quality involves meeting or exceeding customer expectations. Quality applies to products, service, people, processes, and environments. Quality then is an ever-changing state. That is, what is considered quality today may not be good enough to be considered quality tomorrow's. We see the different examples in our daily life regarding the different opportunities, different techniques, and different uh, machines and mechanism being used that might be was fit for the last decade and trash for this one. Um, we can see the different types of importing knowledge and different techniques for lecture. So uh, most of the time, the different components of different type of lecturing were very boring, ambiguous, and old. But with the passage of time, with the integration of ICT, those all things have been upgraded and are pleasing for prevailing practices, especially in this lockdown period. Uh, let's see the quality assurance in education, because system of education is a huge and a complete system from its beginning to the delivery and afterwards its consumption in the market. So there might therefore the usual system of quality assurance as in industry and management is being used in the systems of education. For example, it starts from the analysis, then control, then improvement, and put the things in loop and manage them. Again, plan, format some policy, and the system. Total this system, total this system makes the uh, total quality management. Some reasons of poor quality in education. Uh, the major reasons are here: the management commitment, lackness of the management commitment. In order for any organizational effort to succeed, there must be a substantial management commitment of management time and organizational resources. You know, there are different types of commitments and will. Even supports resources and organizational resources and time management plays different role towards managing the quality. If all these components and all of the from worker to the higher manager, all of the people are committed to utilization of their work, their time, and put their all efforts into practice, this will be a commitment and using the resources, not uh, not try to misuse the resources. So within the limits, with less efforts, less investment, less money, they make product better and more. This will be a total quality management component. Inability to change organizational culture. It's also poor quality reason. A reason behind the poor quality is also inability to change organizational culture.
For example, people change when they want to add and to meet their own needs. The production level or the system of organization is at their peak. For example, in school, college, uh, in the months when there are ongoing revisions and practices and some examination preparation, people leave the department due to their own needs, due to their own uh, incentives that play a vital role towards inability of the changing culture. It is the culture there in the organizations. Never expect anyone to engage in the behavior that serves the organization's values unless adequate reason why has been given. For change to be accepted, people must be moved from a state of fear to trust. So, to making sure to controlling and inspection systems must be friendly and of learning organization, participative to guide them, not to inspect them, to penalize them. So if their friendly environment is created, the people will make trust and not lose the confidence and work much more. Their productivity and will be better. So inability of changing organizational culture also plays role towards the inefficiency or in bad quality of the organization, poor quality of the organization. Uh, Poor quality is also based on the improper planning. All constituents of the organization must be involved in the development of the implementation plan and any modification that occur as the plan evolves. So proper planning, revisiting of the deficiencies, removing them, and execution, and again uh, keeping the uh, keeping in view all the modifications and prevailing facilities and advancements should be kept in the planning. Otherwise, planning will be improper. That will also result in poor quality of education. Lack of continuous training and education. Training education is an ongoing process for everyone in the organization. So whenever they are a very important component towards quality maintenance and enhancement of quality is training and education. If continuous training and education is lacked, no doubt quality of education will be very poor, very poor. Incompatible organizational structure and isolated individuals and departments. You know, in the institutions, in the universities, colleges, the institutions, departments, schools, divisions, components should be uh, bridged up with each other. They should be integrated with each other. If there is some such structure as they are isolated, they are not in loop with each other, it will ultimately result in poor quality. So differences between departments and individuals can create implementation problems. The use of multifunctional teams will help to break down long-standing barriers. Ineffective measurement techniques and lack of access to data and results also results in poor quality of the organization, poor quality of the system. So that's why key characteristics of an organization should be measured so that effective decision can be made. It's very necessary. Accordingly, paying inadequate attention to internal and external customers in any organization it's needed to understand the changing needs and expectations of their customers. What is it should be kept in mind. Rather, the market and the client is needing what, and you are providing the thing is compatible to their need. If they are compatible, the quality will be better. Otherwise, it will be of poor quality. So uh, the core need is to pay attention to the internal and external customers. So accordingly, the planning should be made and provision of the services should be taken into consideration. Inadequate use of empowerment and teamwork. Teams need to have the proper training and at least in beginning a facilitator. So teams should be with the different places. The junior officers are attached with the senior one as the training officers. Accordingly, in the universities, there is junior lecturer and senior lecturer. Junior lecturers are attached with the senior are with the directors or the senior professors, the associate professors to be trained there. So this facilitation make them the confident and they learn the things much more. Resultantly, the organization becomes a learning organization and teams are empowered. If the empowerment of team is not made, there is lack of quality. Quality will be poor. Failure to continually improve. It is tempting to sit back and rest on your laurels. So for this leadership concepts, people paradoxically need security and independence at the same time. So both of the things, security and independence, must be provided to the workers, and it is the duty of the leadership to consider these things. Otherwise, if they are insecure, the production will be less. If they are on liberty to do their work, they will work more efficiently. But a lot of hindrances from the leadership side where they are not independent and they have to see towards others. So towards making distances and considering their efficiencies will be in doubt. People are sensitive to external rewards and punishments and yet are also strongly self-motivated. External rewards ultimately plays the roles and people are self-motivated to work better because it put their fame into apex and they feel courage and otherwise for doing not better, doing not their proving not their good performances, punishment should be given. But after analysis, after thoroughly analysis, it's the duty of the leadership to be sensitive towards their rewards and punishments so as to make them self-motivated. People like to hear a kind word of praise, catch people doing something right, so you can pat them on the back. So where there is efficiency is fine, people are willing to do, they might be praised. This praise will put in energy in them and they will work more for the betterment of organization as well as for their good fame. People can process only a few facts at a time. Thus, a leader needs to keep things simple. There should not be amalgamation of different tasks wrapped within the multi multitasks should not be wrapped in one task. So if the things are simple, parameters are defined, and instructions are clear, people will work actively and performance will be reflecting. People trust their gut reaction more than statistical data. So the gut feeling of the people should be considered. People distrust a leader's rhetoric if the words are inconsistent with the leader's action. So it's very necessary to keep into mind for the leaders. They should perform accordingly. They should respect their words. Their performance, their working should be in accordance with the words. If there is a conflict, people will confuse and not follow and not put their efforts accurately. So these were the things from the leadership side to home catering. An organization can get good quality, can enhance their quality and improve the quality and manage the quality. So total quality management depends on other than leadership also the root causes of unethical behavior. If the behavior of organization, behavior of people working in the organization, behavior of the leaders is ethical, the quality will be improved, quality will be better. But towards poor quality, there is role of unethical behavior. So organizations favor their own interests above the well-being of their customers, employees, or the public. Favor their own interests. Organizations reward behavior that violates ethical standards such as increasing sales through false advertising. This is unethical behavior. It is the root cause of the poor quality. Organizations encourage separate standards of behavior at work than at home, such as secrecy and deceit versus honesty. So separate standards of behavior should be encouraged, and people should be given opportunity and liberty to work, to participate at their own liberty and at their own places as well with the honesty. So all the time they should not be seen with suspected eyes. They not be suspected all the time. They should be considered. Their efforts should be considered. Individuals are willing to abuse their position and power to enhance their interests, such as taking excessive compensation for themselves off the top before the stakeholders receive their fair share. Managerial values exist that undermine integrity, such as pressure managers exert on employees to cover up mistakes or to do whatever it takes to get the job before their stakeholders receive their fair share. So उनकी एफर्ट्स की कदर की जानी चाहिए और उनकी वर्किंग कैपेबिलिटी और कैपेसिटी के अकॉर्डिंग उनको कंसिडर किया जाना चाहिए. Organizations and individuals overemphasize the short-term results at the expenses of themselves and others in the long run. For example, behavior is good based on the degree of utility. Players are good received regardless of the affection of others. So एब्स्ट्रैक्ट थिंक कर जाए, एक्चुअलाइज किया जाना चाहिए, उन्हें डिस्क्रीट थिंक की जानी चाहिए. जो भी इंसेंटिव्स हों, जो हों, जहां उनका बनता हो, उन्हें उसका हिस्सा मिले ताकि वो लोग, and it should be in the financially should be supported. Financial support and financial fair share always trigger up the efficiency of the people. Now we have to discuss about the values and concepts and framework of the total quality management. There are different core values of the total quality management, but it has major three pillars on which total quality management structure is built in. That is core values, concepts, and framework. So for this, visionary leadership is the necessary component for any of the organization to make the quality assurance and look after the total quality management. And excellence of the workers of the organization should be customer driven. उनकी needs, उनकी ज़रूरत के मुताबिक होना चाहिए. Organizational and personal learning. There are two layers of learning: individual learning and their personal learning, and the organizations themselves learn across the globe, where they are understanding what are their needs and demands and what are the people thinking about them. And the individuals in the departments and the personal departments and components also learn about their ongoing performance and activities. Valuing employees and parents. No doubt, the stakeholders and the employees of the organizations are major performer of the organization, and their partners ultimately वहाँ रीड की उनकी बैकबोन होते हैं. सो उनकी वैल्यू की जानी चाहिए. फोकस ऑन द फ्यूचरिस्टिक अप्रोच शुड बी देयर, अदरवाइज प्लानिंग जो है वो ठीक नहीं हो सकेगी. मैनेजिंग फॉर इनोवेशन, इनोवेटिव आइडियाज थ्रू डिफरेंट रिसर्च, डिफरेंट interactions across the globe should be taken into consideration. Management by fact. Factual things, factual roots और picture जो है उसके through उनकी बुनियाद पर मैनेज किया जाना चाहिए. Public repository and responsibility and citizenship. It provides the people ownership. So focus on the results and creating values and system perspectives. Without creating and making the system sound, no quality can be created. Quality in higher education. Higher education में टीचर करता क्या है या क्या वहाँ पे होना चाहिए? Always lead, never boss. So senior or teacher should be leader, not boss. Teacher is a professional. Teacher looks into keep in the mind the students need to know you and like you. Teach useful skills, teach useful information like quality classwork, properly addresses and non-academic skills, and believes in the concurrent evaluation. Criteria for measuring quality of teachers. Number one, knowledge of the subject and allied disciplines is measured through different measurement scales. Skills in communicating, understanding, caring, sharing, evaluating, conflict management, problem solving, and importing knowledge skills. These all are the soft skills. So these all soft skills should be held with teacher, and through measuring this, he or she can be ranked. Experience in teaching, counseling, research, writing, and publishing. So from teaching to disseminating his research, all of the process should be measured. Attitude towards students, peers, and seniors also plays a vital role towards the quality. So it is needed to be measured. Ability to set and achieve targets for self-development, it is very necessary with the passage of time and with some specific targets. Self-development should be done. Capabilities of motivating and helping others in setting and achieving targets. It's again, as we discussed in the leadership and juniors should be attached with the seniors to learn the things and have experience. That plays vital role towards the quality management. And that's all about the total quality management in teacher education, in higher education. In education. In next, we will discuss the total quality management in higher education. This is total quality management in education. Okay, Allah.